Hello, families. It's Mr. Mullen. I just wanted to go over something we've been doing in class, just in case your students are coming home and they're having a little struggle with it. In general, we've been doing subtracting using the standard algorithm, and I think most of them have been getting a pretty good handle on that, but we're kind of throwing a little bit of a curveball here. What they're going to be doing is they're subtracting using by combining two different place values. And the idea behind that is that if they can use the standard algorithm, that's quick. But if they can use little shortcuts where possible, they don't have to regroup, and it can help them to solve even faster. So I'm going to go through that with you guys real quick. One of the things that you should know is we've been asking them to estimate their answer before to see if the answer makes sense when they solve the problem, and then also to check their answer at the end, and I'll go over that with you guys too. So for this problem, the first step was for them to adjust it. Other possible estimations could be 425 minus 225. 430 minus 230 would also work. So there are a couple of different ways they can estimate. The idea is just for them to get in the ballpark, so they can round or look for landmark numbers that are close, whatever works for them. All right, so this is kind of the heart of what they're trying to do. So they're trying to look for groups of place values that are next to each other that they can subtract more easily just by doing it mentally. So if I was looking at this number 431 minus 227, what they could do is that they could regroup by taking two tens and taking a 10 and making it 11 minus 7. But instead of doing that, if I am able to mentally see 31 and 27 are just 4 apart, it's much faster for me to just write that right underneath. And I need to remember to put a 0 in the place value. I'm actually going to do this. Give me a second to fix my pen. It's really big. Actually, we'll go through step by step. So the first is for them to identify the area where they can use this strategy. So in this case, that would be 31 and 27. The next step would be to actually do the subtraction. So that's the part that I just did. And I'm going to put in 4 for the ones, and there's no tens in that situation. So it's a 0. And then the next step would be for them to do the hundreds. So now they would add it, do the 4 minus 2 is 2. So it's 204. So that's another way for them to solve it. For the correcting their work, I'm trying to teach them that they can do the opposite of subtraction to see if they get the same starting number. So if they subtract 227 from 431, they get 204. Well, if they do the opposite, which is adding 204 to 227, they should get back to 431. So that's what those kind of lines indicate there. And then they would, of course, see that that does, in fact, give them 431. So that gives them the same number that they started with. So they would know they had the correct answer. And that's about it. So hopefully that helps to clarify with you guys a little bit. This is not like the most important thing that they need to have perfectly. This is just kind of building a strategy and making them understand that there are other things they can do besides regrouping. So it'll help them with their subtraction and to do it more quickly. But the real goal is for them to understand how to regroup and use the standard algorithm. If you have any questions, as always, just reach out to me in email. Thank you.